Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. We're back. It's London. Not London. What's wrong with me? It's a lunch PM session. What a horrible PA that was, right? So far. So, nasty. Yeah. Oh. Now let's see. Just want to double check my sound. I'm just gonna put this a little bit softer. I just want to check. So bear with me, guys. Check my sound. Bear with me, guys. Those trumpeter hornbills are really loud. You guys can really hear them when they go berserk. But anyway, so I got the music back on finally. So yeah, let me know if it's too much. Just give me feedback on that. No problem at all. I mean, it's. I've got enough light here. So I moved back upstairs, so I had to do the whole setup again. So I'm just looking if the light is good enough. Hello, Romeo. How are you? I moved back upstairs, so I'm sort of like getting. I moved downstairs just permanently, and now I just got back up. So I had to get everything back in order. So got the music back. So let me know if it's too loud or if it's annoying, whatever. Just give me the feedback. How have you been doing, Romeo? Have you traded today? Oh, did you self-study? Okay. What the easy thing about futures is that you just have to get used to one chart. If you just play the NQ or obviously the ES, which, I think NQ can be maybe a little bit too fast in the beginning. But if you trade M and Q, just do not trade with NQ when you start. Do not do that. But I think, if maybe if you just start with an M and Q and NQ, you get used to it and you don't really mind. So, you don't know any better, right? And you get used to it. So I love NQ. I love the volatility of it. And for me, there's no way back. But yeah, so if you have any questions about anything, I put it in if price action stays weird, we just have some fun, we just chat, but also we can make it worthwhile by talking about specific topics. If people want to get into some things, yeah, we just make it fun and we make it also educative, right? So I wonder if if we're going to get a nice setup, but it looks like the market is just sort of like still, it's trickling down to a certain point and it's taking its time. Like same way it went up is going the same way down. So, but it's not easy. It's not as been easy section. Roma, have you studied ICT? I think you already. I can't remember. Because for Forex, you can use ICT as well. I can't remember if you already studied ICT. I'm looking at something that's really odd. What am I missing here? Okay. Why am I not seeing it? Correct. Yes, Nasdaq is Nasdaq 100. Are you on TraderFate as well? Or are you on using TradingView as a charting? That's correct. And MNQ is micro. Yeah, you've got it right. Yeah, they're all correct. If you want me to, if you want to know how to find them on TradingView, let me know. Every broker, if you depends sometimes on the broker. If you have like, if I go in Iron Beam or TradingView, they are labeled a little bit different sometimes. So okay, so if you want to go on the, let me type it for you, because there are differences, right? Let me go. I don't want to use the other charts. I have to use the correct one. So NQ1 is the continuous contract. Yes. Good questions. Yeah, you've got, okay, I don't have to type them anymore. So the NQ1, the NQ1 is the continuous contract. So what you see on my screen right now is the NQ1. Why? Because I've got certain indicators that need a lot of data, and it's easier on the NQ1, and it's I use both. Why? Because I do my higher time analysis on the NQ1, and the monthly contract, which we roll over every 3 months, is the NQU 2025 and the NQZ. We're on NQZ right now, by the way. We don't use NQU anymore. We rolled over because the volume today is higher on the NQZ. So NQU was a September contract. Now we move over to the December contract, and that's NQZ. So you change the U into Z. Let me show you in TradingView. So I'll show you. Okay, so and we go to NQ right here. We just open this. Oh wait, what happened? I don't want you. Let me just type only NQ. Can you see that if I do that? Oh yeah, you can see that. Okay, I'm seeing it. Hold on. So check my other screen. Why are you doing so weird? Here. You see, you've got NQ1, NQ2. No, we don't use NQ2. So the NQ1 is continuous contract. You can trade that as well, but if you want to see more specific, like imbalances, and if you go really lower time frame, I do trade the the monthly contracts, because I chart them and I go more into depth for certain. Like if I look at the first presented fair value gap of the day and some different things that I look at, I look at the NQ, UZ, H or M. So now we're on this one, NQZ 2025. Do not look at this one anymore, because we are the volume is higher on the NQZ now. Yes. So we rolled over in this week. That's why price action is also a little bit challenging, because it's sort of like, you know, it's always a little bit confusing. But You know, if you use an NWOG, new week opening gap, you'll see there are a little bit differences on the monthly and on the continuous contract. But for higher time frame analysis, you'll see if you go to the NQU and you want to see, for example, like say 20 weeks back. But the problem is, if we go on NQZ now, you don't have the data, right? We're starting now. So that means it cannot pick up the data of like the NQU and the NQH, the previous ones. So that's why you're very limited for higher time frame analysis. So I always say use both. So have a separate one, and higher time frame analysis NQ1, because it's continuous and you have more data to go back further back, right? And the NQU is more to deep dive into lower time frame analysis and trade on. I do trade on the NQU, but I do chart on the continuous. But I have another tab that you don't see when I'm on stream. I can show that as well. It's not that I don't want to show, but I think it's just, you know, I just chose to show this screen to chart on the NQ, on the monthly contracts, or the NQZ. Just let me know, I can change it easily. It's no problem for me. So yeah, is that clear? Or so yeah, so I just swap. So my monthly contract, so my NQU is full because it's 3 months. I add like the whole 3 months, and now it's because we rolled over, now I have a clean monthly contract again, the Z. But it's going to be full because I chart every day specific same things on them, and it has 3 months data on it then. Yeah, and my continuous, yeah, it's continuous, so that keeps on. I do not do too much on that. I have a few specifics I do, but in my NQU, Z, HM, there is much more data, but I know it's just 3 months, so after that I start with a clean slate again. Yeah. So I would advise to make one tab for the NQ1 and another one for the NQZ right now, and then you'll see, just look at it, how you experience it, and higher time frame analysis, you'll figure it out, because once you start doing it on the NQZ, you're like, oh, you know, it's sort of like it's limited for only these 3 months, so it's not really daily, maybe for 1 or 2 weeks, but that's it. So NQ1 is continuous for analysis, and then there are 4 quarters like Q1, December to March to June, June to September, and Q4 is September to December. Yeah, but we roll over in September to the December contracts because it's from September to December, right? So we call it the December contract. So we are now, the NQZ is the December contract, correct? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and just if you have time, just look at the, do you use NWOGs, new week opening gaps? You'll see if you plot them on the continuous or on the monthly, there might be a slight difference. So I always look at both. If I am, if they're in an area where I look at them. So yeah. Okay, so in September we roll in this. Yeah, so technically the rollover is always in the last Friday. I believe it's the last Friday of the, no, the 3rd Friday of the month of September, and the other one. No, after December we go to the, let me show you, I believe it's the H. So you see here, NQZ is the December contract, and the NQH is the March. So in December we go over to NQH, and in March we go over to NQM. But don't worry, because by the time we get there, you'll know, it'll be on stream. Everybody will talk about it. You won't miss it. You won't miss it. So, Romeo, if I look at your name, are you from India or are you from somewhere else? So, I believe in, yeah, I'm just thinking like in December. I mean, it's a weird month, right? Because the third week might be around um, just before Christmas, so it's a very weird month anyway, trading wise. But don't worry about it. We're here, and by the time we get there, you'll know, and everybody will sort of like guide you. Yeah. But my personal opinion, use both NQ1 and the NQ in the monthly. So you have much more data and no, well, I worked so well. Your name is gives it away, I think. But I worked for KLM, and we had a lot of Indian people where I worked a lot with Indians. So and I've been to India for one time, 3 times maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was 3 times. But yeah, I used to work a lot with India. I was in IT, and we had a lot of people from India. So I recognize the names in the. So I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in South Africa now. Yes, I'm actually Dutch, but I moved to South Africa because yeah, I want to be close to more nature, I guess, because we don't have that much in the Netherlands. It's all like almost gone. We do have some parks, but it's basically, I guess, and it's very full. It's a very small country, and it's very full. So I just got a little bit like, oh my god, I need space. I need a little bit of space. So I moved, and I did a lot of voluntary work, wildlife related. I've got a passion for wildlife, so that's why I moved here in this area. Yeah, I went to obviously Rajasthan, um, and I went to Bodh Gaya. Oh, that was some kind of trip, and that was, and then I went to Goa as well, but not the weird Goa, but it was really nice. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and I love the food. Oh, jeez, food is just amazing. So everywhere it's so different, right? It's yeah, it's a very beautiful country. It's amazing. Uh, just it was very strange because all the pictures that I made, they were so really special with light, and it's just I mean, I drove. I had a driver. We drove like oh, it was just amazing. So, but it's a long time. I was really young. I was really young, and it was quite a while ago. But yeah, it was amazing. It was a beautiful trip. Hmm. Very, very adventurous. Yeah, by myself. Yeah. Hmm. Where are you from? Mumbai? Yeah. Yeah. Um, it is something special. I think India. Hey, let me know anyone in if the music is too loud or annoying. I really want feedback. I also put in the chat if anyone wants to have specific topics. We're going to look for trades, obviously, but we also have to think if it's going to be, a little bit of consolidation before we get a trade. We might, talk about topics or just have fun or whatever, make it educational. Yeah. Yeah, Goa, Goa has a lot of different areas. Some, it has a bad reputation, but not all the areas are like that. I mean, I was in a beautiful area. So, I just want to go over my screen because what the yellow, there are two different things that you see what I graded. So, you can lower a little bit better. Okay, good. Let me do that. Is this good enough? because for me, I hear it totally different than you guys, most likely. Lower a little background volume. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Okay, so that is 45. It's a little bit, okay. And my volume is okay? My mic? Yeah. Okay, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. That's good. I need you guys to give the feedback, otherwise I don't know, right? Okay, I just want to go over my screen because there are two different gradings of different sort of things that I did. So this yellow thing is not the new week opening gap, but it's the opening range gap. That's the range between the close of yesterday, so 4:15, when the futures market closes. There's only 1 hour, right, that the futures market doesn't trade, and then the open at 9:30. So this gap I use that a lot in my analysis. So I always grade it because the moment you see it's not going, below the 50%, it's sort of like, and it tells you, okay, now it's hanging exactly at that 75%. So, we're going down, but it's just not going down, again, and Q needs a laxative. So, but you can already see, okay, especially this area, probably they go below a little bit, but I'm looking at this, then this gap is the gap between, and I think that has to do because of the contract change, right? Even though this is the continuous, this is the gap between the close. Let me see, let me go to the 15. I just want to make sure that yeah. So this gap is the gap between the close, also at let's say it's a little bit later because you get a candle at say 5 o'clock. So this is actually the 5 o'clock. So when the future market closes, and it opens at 6 again, right? So this is between 5 and 6, this gap. So they're two different gaps, both important. This is a large gap for a Tuesday, really, but I think that has to do with the continuous. So this would normally be an NWOG if it is Friday to Sunday, right? So but anyway, so you see they're a little bit different, and I'm just trying to see if we have an overlap in some level. So you'll see if we go to the midpoint of this, we will not be in the midpoint of this one yet. So that's why I graded both of them. Well, I grade them all anyway, so not because of them. I'm gonna get some stuff out of the way because I don't want too much stuff on my chart. No, hey, what do you? GG. What are you doing, Gigi? I'm a little bit confused because the continuous and the monthly are so different now. I'm just gonna have to go back to my other. That is so weird. So the continuous doesn't have this data. Why doesn't the? Why do we have such a large gap on the continuous and not on the monthly? Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, yeah. Hi, hello. Thank you. You cannot jump on my desk now. I'm just doing some analysis here. So tomorrow we have FOMC. It's it's actually very exciting. I think we're all waiting for the rate cuts. What time? I think FOMC is normally at 2. FOMC, or do we have? Oh, they're at 2 p.m. Okay. We must have a nice London session as well because we've got Red Folder News in London, and then FOMC at 2. Yeah, it's always at 2, but it might be tricky. Okay, but afterwards it might be. And then Thursday, no news. And Friday. Okay. Okay, and then the next week is going to be interesting as well again. Okay, interesting. This is good time to the time in South Africa here. Right now it is 6:30 at night. Oh, but you're really late already, right? You're in India, so you already so you trade London as well. I presume. But I mean, you must be already late in the evening, right? If I'm correct. London and New York. Yeah, I mean it's I mean I love the time zone that I'm in because I can have I can trade London, um, New York, and AM and PM session. But I must honestly say, when I'm done at PM session, because I wake up very early. I wake up my time 4 a.m. ish, and then I love mornings and evenings. So I would say, oh, that's still good. But once we are done, it's 10 o'clock, and when it's daylight saving, it's 11 o'clock here. And then I don't journal then anymore. I leave it. I just relax. I watch a movie, or I just relax and I fall asleep. And then in the morning, then I journal, and then I start my day. But yeah, I mean, I love the time zone because we have opportunities to trade London AM and PM session. So for me, Asia is a little bit difficult because I'm a little bit too tired. At some point, you need to sleep, right? I wish I did not, and then I would trade. Most likely, I would look at Asia too. Um, yeah, my timings for London are 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and New York are 5 to 8. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yeah, okay. And New York 5 to 8. Yeah, well, that's good, right? Yeah. Do you do anything else besides trading? It was funny that ICT, I saw a post because he obviously said that he was going to post a lecture or some teaching yesterday at 8, right? And everybody was, where is it? And he said, well, the first lesson was patience. And I was also like, yeah, where is it? I'm really curious, what is it? Are you going to, go into some topics that you haven't taught yet, or, I'm really excited. I am a full stock and forex. What stocks do you trade? Do you yeah, your specific forex pairs that you like? I think you'll like futures because most people that I heard that move from forex to they love it. Um, yeah, they say it's much easier once you are in it, and no slippage because of the different brokers and stuff like that. I trade Indian. Oh yeah, the Nifty. Yeah, I saw that there's still also some live. There are some YouTubers, right, that do the Indian market. I mean, it must be huge, the Indian market. How is the volatility there? Is it good? I mean, India is the most booming economy, right? I mean, I think you're surpassed. Haven't you surpassed China? Um, Nifty and Bank Nifty. Oh, there are two. Oh, Nifty and Bank. I never heard of Bank Nifty. Or indices that I don't trade. I trade equities. Oh, they're different. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I learned something today. I love to learn. I love
Now click start.
to keep on learning. When especially on the stock market or in the financial, it's just there's so much to learn. I mean, I don't think it never really stops when you really want to, keep getting better, I guess. And during and shift back to London session for the gold. Yeah, XAU is gold, right? Okay. Yeah, I want to get into gold, but then in the futures. Now let's have a look if there's something happening. There's really nothing happening. It's really it's gold. Yeah, really. A lot of people now have moved from, because NQ has been a little bit challenging. A lot of YouTubers have added gold, or are actually trading gold instead of NQ. I am also looking to get into it and make the combination at some point. But then again, I still like NQ, yeah, I think it's nice to have a. I mean, they really enjoy doing it, and they do pretty well on it as well, I noticed. So yeah, so at some point I will look into it. I just started the stream, so I'm still also working on getting the setup correct, working on the videos, editing, not the stream obviously, but other videos. So once everything is sorted, I'm going to add gold as well. I think that's good to do, because the more we have in our toolbox, the better, right? So yeah, but I think it will be the futures, not the obviously not the pair. I just don't have anything with forex. It just doesn't appeal to me for some reason. Yeah, I do trade crypto, but that's more long term. I do have that, but I don't really I actively look at it, but it's more a long term thing that I do. But I don't really touch it unless it's time to take profit or something like that, or when it's stop loss. But yeah, and I used to do stocks before I got into futures, but I really like just looking at one chart and really get to know the levels, and that really helped me grow very fast instead of looking at all those charts and things like that. So it's easy to journal because you just have one chart to journal, right? Yeah. Even I thought, yeah. I mean, everyone should have some. I believe we're going to get the great transformation of wealth. It's coming, and I think it's important to. Yeah, it's been a long wait, hey? Don't you think? I mean, it's just but actually it's the weirdest bull run ever, because we are technically in a bull. We have. I mean, are you in XRP as well? I mean, I don't know where you. Yeah, I also think that it will be. I need to sneeze. Hold on. I hate that when you need to sneeze and you cannot sneeze. I don't want to do it near the mic because it might be really loud. Okay, I think it's gone. But yeah, the rate cuts will be awesome. But we get a lot of ETFs already, and there are a lot of things going to change, I think, and it's being massively adopted by banks and institutions as well. So even Ethereum, I mean, even though it's there are a lot of things behind the scenes going on. It's very interesting, but it has been very unpleasant for at some point, when last year we thought, oh, it's going to start, and then we had just one move up, and then we went down again, and everything is extended later. But I guess it's a good thing, because now it's sort of like everything, all the problems have been sorted, and we've got a very crypto-friendly president, and it's like now really like getting in the normal, and it's like more accepted by mainstream, and our grandparents and the neighbors will talk about it anytime soon, and then we know we have to get out, right? But I'm not setting some are, I'm just really, it's my long-term investment, and I'm just not setting it all. I'll just go through the motion. And yeah, so I really have a long-term bag that I just don't touch. I just leave it. So but hey, it's been a long way. I mean, oof. It will be really nice to see some really good action now, because that required a lot of patience, right? Yeah. So so day trading this, and that is really more swing long term, I guess. That's how I see it. Yeah. But maybe I'll start day trading that as well. We'll see. We'll see. Let's have a look at the charts. So do you have a time, Romeo? Are you obviously you still trade whatever you were trading already, and then on the side you are studying the NQ and ES, I would presume. And are you paper trading already, or are you what are you? How are you going to get into the futures trading? Do you have a timeline? And I guess you use ICT already for your forex, so it's not new knowledge. It's just the same, but just a different market, right? That's such a good thing that once you know how the markets book, and it doesn't matter if it's forex or if it's indices. You have knowledge which you can apply to many things. You can even trade corn, or I don't know what markets are there. Wheat. No, I don't mean the weed for smoking, but I mean the weed to make bread. I'm just saying, I don't know if there's an ETF for weed pot. I don't think so, actually. There might actually be. Oh, there actually is. There will be. I mean, yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. What platform are you using? Yeah, I mean, there's no way prop firms. I mean, it's such a luxury that we have, right? Just we don't have to use our own money. We can just use prop firms. Yeah, we're very lucky that we live in these times, because and many years ago they didn't have that, and they had to use their own capital and stuff like that. And but yeah, prop firms really give you the opportunity to learn without too much risk. But I mean, I guess we do spend some money on evals and funded that we lose, right? But hey, that's part of the learning process, I guess. Yeah. Funding tips. Okay, yeah, that's for forex. Yeah. And there's so many choices, and also with prop firms nowadays, there's so many, and they are competing with each other. But some rules work better for some traders. So there's enough choice to make. Like, okay, I don't like Apex. For me, I got out of Apex at some point because I just didn't like the drawdown, how they worked. And then I had others. But because I live in South Africa, they became on the list of restricted countries for Top Step and my funded futures, so I had to stop with them, unfortunately. So now I am trading with Funded Next, because I like I like about Funded Next is they have the rapid, and the rapid you can pass in one day. There's no consistency rule for to pass, but once you get to the funded, then you have the challenge. But for me, it's important to be able to pass the evaluations fast. So I like that. So and then yeah, so I like Funded Next, but I think my funded futures is really good. Top Step, I don't like Top Step X, what they use, because I used to work for a prop firm company. I did my YouTubes for them, and they wanted to copy, well, Top Step was their benchmark, so they were looking at how Top Step was doing, and I don't want to say they copied everything, but we had to use Top Step X. We had to, the setup was also similar, or how we had to do the YouTube, the broadcasts. And so for me, even though I really loved, that was how I got into streaming on YouTube, but I just didn't like Top Step X, and I don't like black screens. I had to have black screens. I didn't have my indicators on it. We were not allowed to use TradingView. So, well, I use Funded Next. I like them. But you can use Top Step, is good. It depends if you like Top Step, because you're not. I don't know. I think they are restricting other charting platforms, so you only can use Top Step X. I just don't like it too much. But hey, maybe you like it. But my funded futures is good. Tradeify is good. Take Profit Trader is also good. Trustworthy, but it depends on your personal. You have to look at the. Just go over the. Look in the companies and look at the rules, and then some rules you might not like so much for your trading style, and other, I like the no consistency rule for the rapid. So for me, is if I can, if we have a distribution day, then I can pass my evaluation in one day. It's easy because I don't have to mind the consistency rule. So what I try to do is have like a few accounts at Funded Next. So if there's a good day and we have a lot of trades to make, I just have to move to different accounts. So I don't copy trade. I don't like to copy trade. But yeah, for me, I just want to pass them as fast as possible, because I hate it when I have consistency rules during my evaluation. I accept them for funded, because I'm like, okay, you know what? It's good to have rules and have a bit, be a little bit more restricted maybe. But because I have more accounts, I don't mind. Then if there's more trades to make and it's a good day, I just move from account to account to maximize my my opportunities. But I don't like to do copy trading too much, because it's just, I don't know, if I have a bad day and I do one bad day and then I have it earlier, and so I just use so yeah, we're in a luxury position nowadays, so we have to take our benefits from it. But prop firms are of a predatory nature, so they are designed for us to lose money, so we have to be aware of that, right? That sometimes the rules are not to make it easier, not really to help us, it's just for them to make sure that we don't get too many payouts. Because 90% doesn't make it to payout, right? What they say. So you have to have strict rules. Do I see? Okay. See, what I'm not really talking about trades at the moment because of this area here. This is 75% of that opening range gap. It is just hovering around, and it's just I wonder if still people are still trading, or they just gave up today. It is a day to be really, really careful. I mean, you don't want to overtrade or put too much risk on, or maybe just just study, backtest, and just don't. Maybe wait until after FOMC to really put a solid trade on. But then again, I don't know. We might get a move down, or I'll be just holding it for FOMC, right? Oh, I want to look at something more. So if I do put a trade on, it will be a paper trade today, just a demo. Yeah, I'm not going to use my. $12.52. Let's see. I want to do some calculations. I just want to go into another chart just to check a few things. Okay. I do think we're going to get a. We might get. Yeah, you mentioned. you mentioned that yesterday, Claudia Trace. I look. What do you like about her? I just look very. I didn't look into the trades. It's. I just when you mentioned her, I did type her name in just to go into it later for another time. But let me have a look. Oh, she's also ICT, right? Yeah. I'm Claudia. I'm a beginner future trader. I'm sharing my journey through trading last year and hoping to fill a small gap in the space by bringing more female representation to the. Nice. I like that. Yeah, I really love to see that. Nice. I like that. And she's quite young as well, I think. Nice. Good job. Just do it. Yeah, I think that takes, I think it really takes balls to, if you're a beginner, you don't, and you just do it. I think that's really awesome. She seems to be doing pretty well already. Nice. Where's she from? I can't see that here. Anyway, oh, that's nice. I think it's nice to have. But I think there are quite a few. She's new and also Trace one with yeah, I see. Yeah, she's new with YouTube and awesome. Yeah, it's good to see that women are getting more confidence to enter the. But yeah, we still have we've got Tanya and we've got Lumi, Dasha, who's are pretty awesome. But I think that's basically. I mean, I don't know really a lot of other female traders that I am really. Well, I feel like my trading style is similar to. So I guess I don't know. Maybe if there's a more. So that's why I was pleasantly surprised when I saw Maya. I was like, hey, another female. And yeah, oh, Tori, really? I'm not sure about Tori, but Lumi and Tanya, yes, but Tori, I'm not so sure of. Yeah, she got called out because she was in a trade with 250,000 drawdown, but she just made a video after she was called out because someone market mummy. And then, yeah, Market Mummy called her out like, "Hey, how is that possible? You're in 250,000 drawdown." And then she came with a video like what she did. So I think she's more an influencer than a trader, to be honest. I don't know her personally, but I'm not really impressed with No, I think she is. I don't think she's a trader, really a trader. She's more influencer, I think. And with that whole thing with the 200, I mean, if you have a trade in 250,000 drawdown, it's a bit. Oh, it's yeah. No, she was called out for it, and then she made a big. So what happened is she started posting her wins, and but there was one lady, she was very smart, and she was like, "That's weird. How can she be in the?" And so she simulated her trade, and Market Mommy going on X, and so I never, I don't know Tori personally, but I was reading it, and she just uses just trend lines. I mean, sort of like it's. I don't think she's highly skilled, to be honest. Not like Tanya and Dasha. I think she's but she's very good in marketing. So and then this Market Mommy, she came. There's a lot of videos about this online now. And what happened is, obviously she felt the heat, and then she came out like, "Oh my God, I have to tell that I have to be honest. I got, I got FOMO and stuff like that." But she never mentioned that she got called out, and people don't know about that video that she was called out, and they think, "Oh, she's so honest," but she would have never told that story if nobody called her out for that 250 drawdown. She just pretended she had a $90,000 win. But not that she was in 250K drawdown before that. I mean, yeah. So, I don't know. I like more technical skill. I mean, more into the, a little bit more technical skilled people, I guess. Yeah, and so that's for me really a very big red flag, to be honest. And yeah, you want to see the let me look for the video. Hold on. Market Mommy, and Market Mommy, she's like I'll get them for you. Hold on, I'll show you. Yeah, let me go on YouTube and make sure that I have the right link. It's very short ago. I mean, it was really like last month. I'll get the links for you. But I don't want to talk bad about anyone. I mean, let me get that clear. But I also want to call out if I really think that somebody's really, and they sell like very expensive trainings, which is just really just. I don't want to call it a scam, but I get a little bit of I don't want to a little bit. It's like predatorial. Let me put it that way. But it's crazy for me that people still fall for it. It's just crazy. Market Mommy. There are many. I'm just looking for the best one because there are many of them. I want to see the Market Mommy. Let me get Market. Okay, I've got the Market Mommy.
So I gotta admit that this has got to be the worst trades I've seen an influencer take so far. Multiple weeks with a six-figure drawdown, and the max drawdown being more than 50%.
Sure. No, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to really talk bad about anyone, but I don't think. I don't think she's. I think she's not a good. Um, yeah, I will be a little bit careful. Let me put it that way. Okay, here is. Here it is. I think it's a. I think it's a very serious. I think as someone who should be an example. I think the moment we are going online and it's good to be honest, but not. And then look at the timeline. Then she makes a video and she pretends like she's very honest, but she doesn't even say about that she's being called out. It's also on X. She pretends that I'm so honest. I have to tell you something. I made this trade and I was looking at these big people. They were making so much money, and I wanted my first six-figure trade, so I got FOMO, and then and it's a very I watched her video for I never watched her, but I watched, and then I just was like, oh my god, that is so fake, and yeah, but it's very interesting. This market mommy, I like her. I never heard of her too, but yeah, I just be careful. Yeah, but that's the only one I really feel like. Yeah. But I think she's she's good in marketing, definitely. But many people, there's a lot of people that made a video on this topic. Yeah, because I mean, who goes 250K in drawdown, right? And what kind of broker doesn't really stop you or tells you to like, hey, you're 250K in drawdown. And is it real money? I don't know. I wonder. I'm just wondering now. Also, is it a real account? I don't know. I don't trust anything anymore, to be honest. Yeah, and then read the comments below that. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like we're going up. So I just wanted to say before I got distracted by by reading a Tory. I'm like, oh my god, no Tory. That like every range. So I trade time-based ranges. So there are specific models, and every range has an average because they calculate the average of that range for the last 9 weeks, for example. And if I'm looking at all the ranges like we had today, from New York Open, we are under the average from every range, and really a lot. So I'm really curious if we do get a. So normally when you see that happen, some are even half. Oh, no, okay, model, we're still in it, but let's say 3/4. But what you will see a lot of the times is that you get a nice move. So we'll stick around to see. So even Ethereum is sort of like, oh, it's sort of like also hovering up and down, up and down. It's, how's XRP doing? Okay, above. So funny. That's hilarious. Oh boy, I think we'll get a we'll get a good move later in the session. We just have to. I'm just gonna stick around. I mean, I'm online. Okay. I think I really I do like to do a stream for PM and lunchtime because I think I'm going to keep it that way because I might change a little bit later for London and then move into free market. I'm thinking of doing that. I do like the lunch PM session because there's so many. There's really normally a lot of opportunities to trade. So people are really sleeping on it and thinking, oh, lunch doesn't offer a lot. Today not, but also AM session hasn't done a lot, right? It did go down though, but it's challenging, just challenging because of the FOMC. Even my model didn't play out today, to be honest. Really, that got me actually a little bit today. But we did go to 10. It was actually a 410. Actually, the model did play out. So it was a 410, but extended. We reached it what time? 12. That's exactly at noon. Interesting. So interesting. All these algorithmic levels. Okay, so are we done going down? Because we have, we have now data to the left. We have data to the left. Let's see how far it went into the range. What is the deeming range? Did we take out, did we have a mini maker? Did we have a market maker? Or are we not done yet to the downside? Is it just a retracement or are we going down? That is the big question. It's the big question. Now, maybe tomorrow, I'm thinking if it's because we've got FOMC 2. Maybe it's nice to do some educational stuff. Let me think about that. Yeah, I think we need to go down a little bit more. Oh, 6 hours? Weird. Okie dokie, let's see. Okay, if we have this level, this should be the first level. We are still at 402-ish. Weekly 402. Are we gonna go all the way down to 402? Yeah. NPZ. So are we preparing ourselves for a nice big drop? Ooh, interesting. Yeah, 414. Okay. Sure. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That was so stupid for me to do. Okay, got it. There we go. Okay, now let's see. I think we're let's see. We're gonna get a nice big drop. I'm sort of like wondering if we're going to get it because oh, hold on. I have some other confidence I want to check. 405. Let's see. 4 interesting and 386 and what is that? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I really have this 413 level now. Why am I not hearing anything? Oh, it's because I don't have any music on. What are you doing? I'm thinking of a nice trade to go to the downside. I think I'm getting ready for a short, to be honest. Let's see. I think I'm getting interested in a short at some point. We're just watching some levels. I think I just have to wait a little bit. We really had we've been so under average on most moves of a day, so I think after 2 or maybe even the 130 move could be a nice move to the downside. So I'm already trying to frame a good trade with a good entry. Just trying to see what it's going to do. I think it's just this move up is just what was that? What the F? What entered in the room? Summer is starting here and we got all these insects coming. I think something really big just came in my room. Oh. Okay. Gigi, go get it. Okay, like I said, I'm interested in a short. I'm not interested in a long at all for the time being. I'm going back to my 1 minute. There you go. I'm interested in a short, yes, not in a long at all. But I do think it will go up a little bit to go down. Okay, so this, I'm gonna get rid of this yellow box, but I have graded it here, so the grades will stay. But I'm just gonna get rid of it because it's too much yellow. Yellow. I could be totally wrong, but the time-based models that I use, they are all compartmentalized, and every model that we had since New York Open, and there are a couple of them, they all have been under average. So normally they move because they have a short average because if they're calculated from the 9 weeks. They all have been under average in the amount of points that they normally do. So what that means, it gives a high probability that we'll get a nice move in the PM session. So I'm just sort of like looking now what can be my trade. Oh, what's this? So I want to get tagged in when I'm looking at the 1 hour. I can go one, let me just look. I want to get tagged in around this area. So when it hits this fair value gap, so I think it's going to go a little bit higher. That's what I want, but it might not do it. Then I might just market order in at some point. So I'm just going to have a look if it looks like we might go a little bit higher. 562. 120. Oh, look, it's going down. Okay, let me just. I don't want to miss that trade if we're going down. I don't have any data on this Come on. I really want to see it a little bit go higher, but the thing is, we have all these wicks here, so that those could function as so we are tagging in the 10 o'clock, and we're going down. Rejection block here. So mini market maker buy model. We don't need to go here. This could be a breakaway gap. Okay, check the market order in. It's not my trading style. It's not what I like to trade. Okay, it's 29. Is it worth it? How big is my TP here? 417. It's a large. I'm really aiming for a large move. I'd be open to a little bit of part. What is my stop here? TP. Okay, I'm getting rid of this. $12-hour trade, but I wanted to go. I'm hoping it's going to retest the first percent fair value gap of today. I'm going to market order in. I'm going to trade it on my other. Okay.
Order filled.
A little bit in drawdown. I don't like to be in drawdown, but let's see. I want to make that move in 1333. It might make the move to the upside first and then go down, so it might be too early. Let's see. It might be too early, and it might make the 130 move to the to go into this fair value gap here and then go down. I do think we're going to have that in mind. We also have the first percent fair value gap, so that's also in the. But it's just. It just might slam down. Don't understand. Oh, it's a bit too early. It's getting liquidity here. Getting into the lows again. How far up is it going to go? It might go here. No. Yeah, I'm staying in my short. Either I'm stopped out. It looks sort of bullish, I know, but that was the same with yesterday, right? Come on. This is really awesome. I mean, it's a good trade because I'm on my goes. Money our trade is. It's 12-hour trade, but it needs to go down. Okay. 138. It's 8 minutes. Still early. Oh, and Q, you've been so annoying. And again, I'm in a trade, which might take a moment if it goes. 130 sets the stage for, so it goes, I don't want it to go up, but maybe I should lower my stop. Stop that sooner if it goes too high. So you see, it's not really the move up, it's sort of like stalling. It just, so hard to read it properly, right? 138. Okay, we've got the 130 first% fair value gap that's printing. Let's go to the 3. So we are below the 130 open. Maybe I should move my stop. Just we'll really blast above it again. You might just go up first before we go down, because it can, you know, I can always re-enter for my down move if it just don't want too much loss. This is no, I just don't want to miss this trade. I mean, I'm in a trade also my on evaluation. Not on my live account, the evaluation. So. Oh, it's gonna take a while before we get any movement again. Come on, please go. You don't want to go. It's gonna go down, or are you just gonna pull me again? Just give me my 446. So annoying, right? Oh boy, God, it keeps go down. Okay, what time is it now? 1:44. I'm gonna close the door. It's really chilly. It's so cold. It's summer started here, but it's still very chilly. Okay, I'm six sticks more profitable. It's so annoying that it just keeps on hanging in the same areas, and then it makes one big move, and then you get consolidation again. It almost feels like not really a gamble, but it could be one move to the other side that I don't want it to be in the because we still have, like, we didn't. It would have been most perfect if it went into its fair value gap, right? But then again, it doesn't have to do anything that we want, but it would make more sense, right? And then we get the move maybe at 10+2. Okay, let's have a look at the first percent value gap of the PM section. If it goes over it, I'm just going to throw the trade, I guess. I'm not going to wait for my TP hold. See, it doesn't get over it, right? So also, this is the other first presented fair value gap of the open, when futures open. So the 6 a.m., 6 p.m. session. So it's sort of like being used as resistance. I should be doing other things actually. Trying to get it to a trade. Once you're in, right? Oh, this bores me really, to be honest. I'm gonna just want to screw to wait. Shall we stay?
Order filled.
I'm gonna re-enter because I'm sure. So, hold on. Something. Still short, still. Yes, hello, Ukasha. I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, I'm looking for a short. Correct. I just got out of my trade because I just had to get something to drink, and I'm gonna re-enter now because the evaluation is on. I'm gonna go. I'm very short biased. So my TP is. We've got quite a lower TP, and this is my TP. It might take the whole afternoon to get there, but or around this area. Yeah. But I wasn't sure if it was going to go back up in the range because we have the still fair value gap here. But this is my trade. So this was up. Let me just. Yeah. There we go. I got out because I just had to go to grab something. And I thought it might go up in the range, but then I got back. Oh no, it's already going down. So. But it could go back up still. I could be stopped out. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm short bias, as you can see. think we're going to get the move 10 past 2-ish. Not too early again. Yeah, it's too early.
Order filled.
I'm just gonna wait until 10 past. So I do want it to. It will be better if it goes back in this and basis, but just interesting. Let's see. It's a micro. Oh, and Q is so annoying. Look at this latest of the breakout. So, what are you going to do? Let's see, go below this level. 24. Let's see, go below. Just my trade is different now because I re-entered, so it's now trade. If I go, my trade was 12R, and now it's 5R because I re-entered. It's really bad, actually. I mean, it's still a good trade if it works out, but. So you're testing it, are you going to go lower? Let's go lower. I just market ordering into my phone. Okay, it's 1+2. Let's see. Put down. Oh, I like it. Let's see what's just creating equal low. Let's need to go down. Two. There you go. I'm very buried.
Order filled.
Could make another swing to the upside. Or failure swings. Very annoying. So, just made another equal, but I'm very bearish, but just takes its sweet old time to make it to make that. What are you gonna do? What are you doing? I think a lot of people thinking it's going long, right? No, obviously because it makes equal and equal. Come on, just drop. Give it a nice juicy drop. Need good drop. There we go. That's what we like to see. Just keep that red going. Just go there. I'm still not being tricked out of this trade. Oh, and Q, you're making me tired. I think it will do it around in 5 minutes. We'll start getting a drop. I think we'll get a drop in 5 minutes, but let's see. Taking sweet old time. Come on, NQ, you need to go down. 1406, 207. Let's see. The price action is really, it's very, it's not easy to I am trying to pass my eval in one trade this move, so I really hope it just goes down. No, I'm not hoping. I have an analysis, but I just want to pass it. Would be a nice trade though. Let's see what the next model. You're gonna go up first. Looks like it, huh? It's a bullish structure, but I'm just not convinced. If I look at the 5 minute, it looks like a very, we have a breaker, retest of the breaker. I'm getting out of this trade. Too early, I think.
Order filled.
But I'm still waiting for this trade. 1408. Let's see. Fourteen oh nine. It's similar to the price action from yesterday, right? It looks very bearish, but I was very bullish at that time, and now I'm looking like, oh my god, it looks so bullish, but I'm still higher time frame bearish. So I really cannot enter a long now, even though it looks like it's going up. I'm just waiting for the moment that it's going to drop. It might, it would be nice if we go a little bit higher, but I would have thought that it might have done that move in the 130 move, right? And we didn't get that move, so that's why I'm a little bit hesitant that it's all manipulation. It's very confusing price action, but I'm just looking. I'm sort of like, you know, guided by the higher time frame because we have but I can understand if people are bullish, but I cannot enter a long now. I've been stopped out twice already on my live, not on my live down, on an evaluation. You know, it's really, you know, see this? It's very annoying. I have two L's on my eval, but that's okay. I mean, if this move is going to work out, it's going to make it up for everything. I have to be very careful now, but I am bullish, bearish. Yeah, but I just need some more confirmation now because if I look at the structure, it looks, you know, breaker and everything is there, and you know we have a fair value gap and blah blah blah, but let's take this dealing range. Just want to see if we calculate. Hello, Dolly. Oh, are we going now? Are we starting to go to the downside? Ooh, this looks finally to start looking a little bit more positive. Yeah, I just don't want to be manipulated because it's just creating equal lows, and that's how I got, like, I stayed in this one though, but on my eval I got out at some point. You have to think about the drawdown, right? I just don't want to be, it really needs to pass through these levels now, and then I think we're going to get a really nice drop if we're going to go short. I think it's going to be a nice and juicy drop. I'm just going to market order in. If I think the time is right, oh yeah, 1413. Let me see. I'm just gonna. This one is already here. This will be my TP, 420ish. I'm gonna market order. See, just gonna make sure that I'm gonna go on the 1 minute here. Oh yeah, and Q, you're so great today. See this again, again, and again, and again. It's time to drop, my friend. It's time to drop. Yes, it's okay. You can do it. 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 Yes. Oh, but this I don't like. Oh, that's disappointing. I think I'm gonna change my bias. Hmm. If it doesn't do it now, I am getting out of the trade. Just have to kill the trade. It's bullish. So contradicting. Everything is just contradicting. It's really weird. I can make like actually a I can spin it both ways if I want to. So actually that's not good. Shouldn't be in any trade if that's the case, right? But here we are. Yet here we are. Sucked back in. Sucked back in. It's 70 points. 270 sites. It says it's highly likable to go to the upside, but yeah, it is a bullish structure. Yeah, it's bullish now. Okay. Okay, it should have gone down, so I'm gonna change. I'm just gonna just see it's below that. I'm just trying to see every time I get into. I hate it when I'm just not sure about my trade, and it just makes me doubt myself all the time. I just don't like that. I always wanted to get out, but the 3-minute looks so bullish. It's just a normal bullish structure. I'm not in any trade on my evals. Just have this one on paper trade. Well, are you gonna do it now? Are you gonna do something? He's just creating equal. How many more equal flows are you gonna make? Thank you. You're having fun doing that, I guess so, right? Okay, it's 14:20 now. I think I'm going to raise my, yeah, it's a paper trade though, but I don't want to see. I think it's going to go up again. I'd rather be stopped out. Now it goes above here. Get it over. Why NQ? Yeah, because of the continuous. NQZ doesn't. Good, you're sharp. I was also wondering, like, hey, how is that possible? But I'm going to be stopped out. That's okay. I believe it's because of the contract change. But let me see. If you can do the B adjust. Hold on, let me show you. You see, if you do the B adjust, it's gone. You saw what I did? So then it's gone. So I think it's I'll have to change. I'm not in I got out of my evaluation, but you might have to consider that it's going to be a long and not a short, but we'll have to just wait. So you see, you can just change it. Oh shit, I don't want to change this one. Doesn't really matter, it's lower time frame, but you see here, the 1 hour. Yeah, we just use the B adjust. Yeah, this will. I think I'm going to be stopped. I already lowered my. It's a paper trade, this one anyway, but you know, it's just being held in a range. You know why? If you look, it's not even. If you think about it, right? Let's say if this is a range, but it's still not even done with the range to the upside. But if this is a range. What am I doing? I'm getting so. NQ is making me tired now. Okay. Oh, we did go into a 38 level. Okay, that should be enough. Is that different with B adjust? Ah, okay, I gotcha. Okay, that was my mistake, I guess. I calculated it from only. See, if you do B adjust, you see that the levels are certain, but that's because the contract that this week is so confusing. Because if you see, if you calculate from here, I would say, okay, we still haven't even got to 38 level. Or if I take this as a dealing range, we also haven't reached 38 level. So that's my confusion. But if I do B adjust, if I calculate the, I would take this dealing range, for example, or this range, I should say, not dealing range. Okay, we also did not go into 38. So, okay, so that's okay. Oh, I got stopped out. Yay! I was just being held in a range, you know, for tomorrow, so. Now this price action is taking out the long and the short. Everybody's going to be taken out because, and most likely, you get a move with around around the 4 o'clock crazy algo. Why is I don't know why I get this flickering. I get like this, this pops up on my screen. I don't know what that is. I wonder. It's weird things happening with this contract change. Yeah. So I guess, certain levels cannot be fully trusted because what is the algo referring to? We are using, there is a gap if you use this one, right? And if not, there is just a fair value gap. So, even though when you're reading, you're doing your analysis, it's just a little bit off. So, yeah. So it's a tricky situation. But it all will be good. Next week it will be nice and smooth again, I guess. So. Oh, I know what this is. I think this is some levels that I don't want on my chart. Oh yes, COT. Oh, okay. Oh, I hate that. Yeah. Okay, but that is OTE. Okay, so he agrees with my short. I didn't. I was. Why is this flicker? Why is this coming on? But yeah. Okay. I would be annoying if it would still make a big drop now because I'm sort of confused now. Even though sometimes you have like, you're really sure about your trade, right? And then, but the price action can make you, it's how it's just how they are. They know exactly what to do to get into people's heads and brains. That's why it's so important to walk away sometimes. And you just need to reset yourself and just hey, I think I'm going to leave it here because I don't think we're going to get much. It's just manipulation, and I'm not really. At some point, it just feels a little bit like gambling, and I just don't want to get into that. When I don't have a clear analysis, and I actually can't trust the data because of the. I don't know really what is the what's my benchmark? Is it like do I consider this a gap because of the contract change, or is this like it's a fair value gap, but the data is different. So I don't know, for me being like the nerd that I am, I want to have it exact, and I just don't know for sure what is now really what I can really use. I do think this level, if we go down, this level is still, but it's 100 points lower. It's quite a bit though, if we stay in the range, right? I've got other data that tells me, no, we're going to stay in the range. You're not going to get out of the range. So that means my trade is not going to work. Other data that tells me, oh, it's highly likely that we go up. There's a probability, volatility-wise, that it can make a big move up let's say 70 points, or yeah, about 70 points to the upside. So that could be, we're at 531. Yeah, let's say to 6, we can go back to 600, 24,600. So I've got conflicting data all everywhere. So I don't know. And I've been like I feel like I've been ping-ponging back and forth in this range. So I'm getting dizzy from it. But yeah, it's very annoying. But I think it's a long now. I think it changed to a long. If we break out, if we go over the 10 o'clock price, so that would be the 24,537.50. It might be more interesting for long, but it's so weird because look at this, it didn't even go. Well, it doesn't have to, obviously, but nothing has to happen. It can do anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm getting a little bit tired as well, and this is not really an interesting. It's not really an interesting day, what trading wise, I guess. We'll just wait a little bit longer to see if we can frame the trade. So I was very bearish, but I've got some other data that is telling me that either there is not really much room to the downside at this moment, but it might be a better long. So I'm very conflicted. But you know, obviously when you look at all these, because the contract changed, you know, it's all a little bit, everything is just, it's very hard to read for me. But I might change into, let me see, the structure. If I look at the 3 and the 5 minute, is extremely bullish. You know, we had a breaker, we had a retest of the breaker. So let me frame. We've got midnight, 585. But I hate just to, you know, because now it's just sort of like, it's not like I cannot really frame a proper trade, but just wanna see if we need to get out of this. If we do get lower again, we it might still be a short. That's what was my initial trade. I got stopped out, so let's just see if it just break out, because you know, everything this could be. This was my trade setup. It was the mid of, if you go to B adjust here, I'll show you why. I calculated this gap here on the B adjust, but on the non-B adjust, it's just a fair value gap, right? So that, you know, the question is what is wrong, what is right, what does the algo refer to on days like this? And that's a little bit confusing. Okay, I'm just going to. There's nothing really to do anymore, guys. So here we go. So it's likely going to back to 600 or to the first percentage fair value gap that you see. See, let's get rid of this one here. It's first presented, and according to the model, we have some room to, well, we have a lot of actually. Breaker, we've been dancing in the breaker. Liquidity on these sides, and then just going back up. Nice gap here. Let's frame it long. Oh, shit. It's gonna be long. To this gap. Okay, guys, there's no trading anyway. It's gonna seek and it's just a seek and destroy, whatever. So I'm gonna leave it at this. I'll see you back tomorrow, and I hope we'll have better trading environment. I'm sure we will. So thank you for joining, and appreciate all the support, and I'll see you tomorrow again.